This shit's heavy. Welcome back. As you're probably wondering, last time we built this bad boy out of some free pallets. Building the sofa was actually really fun and it gave me a couple of more ideas that I want to do in the future for the man cave. So I went around different places and I got a lot more free pallets. And it's time to start building. Alright, so my plan for this video is I want to make one more sofa out of these free pallets, and then I have a couple of leftover pallets here and some other planks that I plan on using to make a coffee table. If you want to learn how to build these sofas by just using simple tools and a couple of pallets, check out my previous video where I have a full guide explaining how to build it and where to cut and where to nail things. I need to get myself an electric saw ASAP if I'm gonna continue doing this thing. That didn't take long. Time to start putting some screws. Alrighty, since both of these are done now, time to start working on the coffee table and see how we can make it.
Several days later.
And we're back. So with this pallet that I have right here, I'm gonna cut 6 different legs from it. I was measuring from this top to here, and I have about 60 centimeters that I'm gonna cut to use for the legs of the table. And then I'm gonna be using the leftover planks and make a tabletop to finish up the whole table. Let's begin. God bless these electric tools. A very important thing that a lot of people tell me that they work with things like this and they know what they're doing, not like me. Measure multiple times, cut only once. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm just gonna make 60 centimeters from the top of the pallet till here. I'm gonna mark everything down and then I'm gonna do the other thing for the bottom part. So I have 6 equal legs. Let's start doing that. Okay, we have the first one. Let's see what we're gonna do. Hopefully it turns out to be okay-ish. That was a lot easier than using that saw that we had previously. So right now, the other part. This. So once we have those done, I'm just gonna cut here and we're gonna have the first leg finished. Wear eye protection if you're doing things like this so wood doesn't go in your eyes. Don't take me as an example. Leg number 2, done. Okay, middle leg, finished. So, how I imagine this is gonna go. This is gonna be the middle part. This is gonna be one corner, right here. And then we're gonna have the final one, which is gonna be the other corner right here. And I believe that this is an okay height for a coffee table. So we're gonna have this here, this here, and this here. Normally they would all be separated and then connected with planks on top, and then we're gonna have multiple planks on top, so we have the head of the table. So far, so good. Let's continue with the other 3 legs. Leg number 4, finished. Leg number 5. And leg number 6. Here's a big mistake I did. This is why you measure twice and cut once. And you don't speed things because you're gonna make mistakes. This leg is the correct size. This is slightly higher. Reason why is because I didn't cut this part. What I was supposed to do is I'm supposed to be cutting this part right here. So I have 3 legs that I have cut by mistake. I'm just going to be chopping off these parts right here and leveling up the legs of the table to be perfectly slim. Let's start working on that. Fixed. Fixed. And last but not least, all of them fixed. Let's put this thing aside so we don't cut ourselves. So, this goes in this corner. This part is going to be in the middle. Of course, I have to level them up. Hopefully, when I put the planks up top for the tabletop, it's going to be much better. So we go like this, and we go like this, and we have one more. This corner right here, it's going to go here. That needs to be sorted. And then we got this part, and then we also have this part right here. Look at that. That looks good. Let me show you up closer so you have a better perspective of what I'm trying to do. So this is the part right here. I'm gonna put planks up top. Once I put the planks, hopefully things are gonna get a little bit symmetrical. And there's one more issue with these. So you see how there's space here and these things are wobbly. I'm gonna be using these pallets right here. I'm just gonna take these blocks. I'm gonna remove some of the planks here. I'm gonna put the blocks right here with the pallet. As you can see, it's gonna stay perfectly flush and hopefully it holds the legs. Alright, so from the first pallet that I was cutting, I only have 3, which are gonna help me put some over there. I have one more pallet over there that has the same blocks and the same plank here. That's gonna be a perfect fit for the other remaining legs of the table. Right now, I'm just hoping that these planks that I've cut won't give me a problem. I'm just gonna use a hammer or something to pry them off and remove them. So I'll be right back. One down. bend the screwdriver. This is not working out well. I need a bigger screwdriver. I'm just gonna bend this one. Let's see if this boy helps. Then we get 3 more. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's start putting them on the legs of the table and make sure everything is stiff and sturdy. And this right here was my original idea, to just make all 6 legs to be stiff. So now that this is all rock solid, I'm just gonna move on with the rest of them. I got 5 left. Once we're done with that, we're gonna see how well we've done the leveling, because some are cut not so evenly. And after that, it's time for the tabletop. Final one complete. That turned out to be a bit better than I was imagining, but hey, it looks okay-ish. It's not completely leveled, that's what concerns me. But I think with the saw, I might just straighten things up and make it even on all 6 sides. Right now, what I need to do is I need to figure out which part was the bottom and which part is the top of the legs of the table. So I know where I need to go. Figured that out, I'm just going to find out which parts are the uneven cut parts. Those are supposed to be the bottom ones, and the even cuts are supposed to be the top. So check it out. This one looks like it's the top part. This is also the top part. Go there, that's gonna go there like that, it's gonna go here. This part is top, this is, I'm guessing top is here. And this one is, yep, top is right here. The legs of the table are flat. Most of them are flat, some of them have some imperfection, but it is what it is, it's a DIY. The next step is for me to make sure the table is all sturdy so it doesn't wiggle around. And how I plan on doing that is I'm going to use these planks. I'm just going to put them right here as they are. I'm going to do a diagonal line from here, from this end to this end right here, or this way on all 4 sides, so I can make sure that I can nail down these edges. And then I'm gonna put one more plank right here. I'm just using this as an example. I'm gonna put a plank right here. I'm gonna cut it right here as well, so that way I'll have this part fixated, and then I'll have this part from here to here, and on that side as well fixated. And once I'm done with that, I can start hammering down all the remaining of the planks so I can have the tabletop. Let's see how this thing goes. Bro, this is actually sturdy. I thought it would wiggle all around, but it looks okay. Now I'm really wondering if I should put these middle parts or not, because their sizes, yeah, it will fit fine. I just need to cut it a bit here. I don't know if this part is good. Oh, this part is small. Might need to put something thin up here so it's. But yeah, these ones might be. I'm not really sure if I need these parts because this plank is sturdy. I'll put it in there. If something bad goes, I'll just pull it out and. I'm thinking that if I put this middle part, it's gonna add more protection to the top. It's gonna make it even more stiffer. Now I'm thinking, what if I just cut a small piece here and all on those two parts, and then I just put some planks here so everything is completely secured and it doesn't wiggle around. That's because it's not level, but I hope this helps. Let's see if we can make it work. Right, after doing all this work for just putting the middle two legs in, I don't think it's really worth it because all you get is more wobbling. Before that, it was really sturdy. So I'm just gonna remove it off camera and have just these two legs, because these two here in the middle, I think they're just a waste of time and space, and I don't think they're gonna be that helpful because it's not really that long. It's not that wide, so I think it's gonna be good without these two. So yeah, let me just do it. Let me just remove them real quick off camera. All right, so I've sorted that mess out. I had a problem with this leg and this leg right here that I've cut it previously so I can make it more sturdier, which I failed. I managed to put some other planks in there, put a couple of screws. Now they're all sturdy. The whole table is looking sturdier than it was, and it's even flat. Next thing that I plan on doing is just adding multiple boards here, or planks, however you want to say it, and finalize the whole coffee table. So let's start doing that. I found 3 planks that I think are gonna be a perfect fit for the whole table, but they're slightly longer. That shouldn't really be a problem because we can just cut it down. And let's see how this thing might turn out to be. So I was planning on putting them just like this. This part here is perfect. This part here is also perfect. So I'm just gonna nail it all down and fixate it. Once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna find and see which parts are gonna be perfect for me to cut, and we're gonna have a table. These are all the tools I use to create this simple table out of 3 pallets. And you can make it at home by yourself. Just be careful what you do. And the last thing we need to do is start cleaning up everything around us. There's going to be a lot of nails and a lot of wood, so let's get rid of that. Well, we're finally finished with the table. Thank you guys for watching the video. I enjoyed it, I had fun, and I kept learning new things, and I'm going to continue doing even more projects inside this man cave, and I'll take you guys along the journey. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.